Good evening, I'm Giuseppe Basile, I'm the Analyst and Trading Mentor. You can find at the website www.fipstalker.com. I also post regularly on Twitter using the Fipstalker nickname. Good evening, today is Wednesday, April the 9th, 2014. It's 11:30 p.m. time in Toronto, and in this video I'm going to review for you all the 11 markets I follow. This video is valid for tomorrow, April the 10th, and it's a daily update. This video also complements the weekly review that I post to all my free newsletter subscribers. So if you want to receive that review, please just subscribe. It's very easy, only takes few seconds, and I hate spams as much as you do, so no worries about providing the email address that will only be used for the purpose of the communication. So let's start from the euro dollar here. Something that I was not anticipating happened, but as you know, the market can give us anything, and the market can really do everything, and it's up to us to adapt. So this level of support 137.21 actually held. I was looking for a violation of 136.64, which would for me would have meant, based on my opinion and the method I follow, a continuation lower for the euro. I provided this level and 136.64 well in advance, as we saw this high printed here, so with more than 2 weeks in advance, so this could actually be followed. The next measure move failed, so nothing to do here, and on top of support, so this is a confirmation of support. So today we also had another very important development. The all the way halfway from highs to lows also failed here, and this is a confirmation of the targets of this area of support that we saw starting at 137.20. And I just want to show you very quickly where these areas the potential to bring price. Right at that 140.81, which is close enough to 141, and that would be the target of on the weekly time frame. If you review my weekly newsletter, you'll see what I mean with that. So that's now where we are headed in the euro dollar. 141 would be the level, and now any retracement into the next measure move long would be, in my opinion, a good opportunity to get long. Of course, there are always risks involved here. So here we're looking at entry around 137.70 with a stop below 137.45. So speaking about 35 pips of risk, with a potential to moving into 141. But remember, always there is risk involved, and this is my opinion based on my method. So there's an opportunity here, and if we see a retracement, the opportunity will come at 137.70. Moving to the SP500, I mentioned yesterday the fact that after we saw these two big moves lower here, there is always a potential for this market to retrace all the way halfway back. That's what happened today. So the market is now in this area of resistance, so starting at 118.62 here. In my opinion, there is the possibility now for the market to continue lower. Of course, we don't have to guess. We can always study the sequence of measure move on the smaller time frame, and here we could actually use there are a number of ways we can actually measure this, and definitely one good way would be to look at the highs to highs, and actually, in my opinion, in the smaller time frame we would have confirmation of a potential short area here if we move below this 1850, 57, 50 or 25. Always you have always to mind the fact that there might be support below current prices here coming at 18, starting at 1849. But we are in an area of resistance here, in my opinion. Moving to the dollar index, well, there was not really a lot to do in the dollar index. As you can see here, we actually continued respecting this area of resistance here, which was actually confirmed yesterday. If you want to review yesterday a video in order to review why this area is important, and as you can see, the 80, 79, 80, 80 here was never pierced on the upside. So I believe, it's my opinion, that bears are in control in this market, and there is always the possibility that this market will be picked up again at this level. But at this point we have an area of resistance, so I would anticipate a continued move lower. So if the euro dollar actually corrects and offers a new entry long, the dollar index will offer a new entry short from and this could actually come at 80.14. Moving to the gold here, you will remember that, and I also published a review on gold. Gold actually failed the next measure move in the sequence here. The day it pierced this 1304 60 70 on the upside, and that happened actually now on Friday, last Friday. So this is an initial confirmation of this area of support, and of course there will be bears positioned on the other side. It is my opinion that there is an area of resistance here that is started at potential area of resistance starting at 1333. We don't know whether there will be participation, but for sure 1304 was actually a potential entry with a stop below lows, and this could actually bring price into that 1333. And if we continue higher and we break this 1346, then it's a confirmation of the targets of this area of support, and this would mean for us seeing price in the region of so be above current highs here, and this would be in the region of 1438. Moving to the US dollar versus Japanese yen here, this market is actually still testing this area of support. So the analysis I did yesterday is still valid in this market, so we need to see a violation of the sequence of measure move lower, and I traced this 102.15, and as you can see here has been respected on Wednesday. So this market is still pointing down at this point until we see it break above 102.15. Moving to the euro versus Japanese yen, a similar situation here. We had a bounce though from this level 134, 140 here, and as you can see here, we bounced off and above this 140.72 here. And yesterday I say that in my opinion this was an entry long above this level with a stop below low, and you can review yesterday analysis as well. Now this market is coming back, and there is a potential again for this market on the 4-hour chart to trade into the next measure move long here, coming at 140.80. Similar situation for the pound versus the Japanese yen here. It broke as well this 170.98 level, which was our potential entry point based on the way I look at the market, and now we will need to see what happens if this market comes back into this 170.81 and see. You can say the 15 minutes move lower into this level 170.81. A potential stop for a long here would be 170.61. Moving to the pound versus the US dollar, very powerful move today, following our idea, the idea that I provided yesterday. So the market just continued higher, respecting this measure move long here, and went into the second target. Actually went into the second target right at the open, Thursday open here, and we can see that when we trace from highs to highs, we are going to get the next measure move long. So that's where the way I look at the market, I will see the next area of support starting 167.51, and a potential trade here would have 167. Let me remove this previous one. 67.34 as a potential stop here. So mind always the risk is very small here, 60 pips. But there is, of course, always the possibility that the market is just breaking this level and and coming to the old halfway back from lows to highs. The Australian dollar versus the US dollar continued higher, and this was a very good extension long with support at 0.9212, which was identified actually now almost 2 weeks ago. And this area of support worked and broke price into first and second target. Now second target has been tested, the market is extended, and could come to test the next measure move higher here, and this would be 0.9365, and we are not there just yet. On the 4-hour chart, this would be from these highs here to highs, and the market didn't come back into that level just yet. US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, another pair I follow. It's in big trouble here, because that level 109 that work nicely in that area, that work nicely as a support here, is not holding at the moment. So to me, if we end up below 108.43, there is a possibility for this market to just continue lower, and I will review this market in my weekly newsletter on Sunday. So just I suggest you subscribe, and you'll get a very good outlook for opportunities in this market. But generally speaking, if we break this 108.43, it is my opinion that if the market comes back and trades all the way halfway back after this low, that would be a very good entry short. Of course, there's always a risk, but I would consider that a good short entry in my opinion. Moving to the last market I follow, there was a continued sequence of measure move here, which worked, and the highs to highs, the next extension long actually was respected, and I gave this area of support. Was possible to provide this area with 3 days in advance, and actually program trading actually picked up, or professional traders, whoever was around this 0.8545 picked this market up, and it's actually now pushing this market higher into the first target. And as you can see, there was profit taking from this level 0.8745. This is the target for a level, that an area of setup long, which was 0.8112. Thank you very much for your attention, and have a great day and evening. Bye now.